Coming up, we'll talk with Broadway vet Tony Roberts about his new memoir. But now, two-time Tony Award nominee Michele Lee is visiting us from Wicked's Land of Oz in the Row-J studio. I'm joined now by two-time Tony Award nominee Michele Lee, who's starring now as Madame Morrible in Wicked. Michele, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you in Wicked. It's been a while since I've seen this show, but I mean, it's a show that really holds up. 10 plus years on the boards, and
12.
I can't get over it already. What do you love about this show?
When they asked me to do Morrible, this character is so much not like me, okay? And she's such a character that it was a little bit intimidating on one level.
Do you relate to her in any way, though? I mean, she's this huge, over-the-top, like, operatic woman of this.
I'm a bitch. So that's good. That's good.
So there's that level.
That's that level. And then I'm a money grabber, right? I cheat and I steal.
Wait a second.
And I lie.
Oh.
She is really the most evil.
For anyone who doesn't know, if they've been living under the Broadway rock, this is Oz before Dorothy dropped in, right?
Right.
And so we have the witches and the before Dorothy gets there.
Right.
I want to know, was Wizard of Oz a part of your upbringing and a story that you always loved, a movie that you always loved?
Absolutely. The Wizard of Oz. It's amazing. Actually, when I was shooting this television show called Knots Landing,
that show?
That show. It was shot at, it's not called MGM anymore, but it was shot at MGM.
Wow.
And that's where they did The Wizard of Oz. The wonderful thing that happens in our show, really, it's these two girls, these two girl witches. And one is seen one way in the beginning, the other is seen another in the beginning. And what happens is a wonderful link of their hopes, dreams, inspirations, and how they move from each other toward the better for Glinda. And I'm not going to tell you anymore. The thing is, it's a friendship.
Your father was a makeup artist. Did you grow up around the Hollywood productions?
When I was around 11, 12 years old, maybe a little older, I'm not sure, but my father was Clint Eastwood's makeup artist on Rawhide at MGM again. They used to have this back lot.
That was your home away from home.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
In my head, I was not going to be an actress. I was a singer. I was, when my mother said I started to sing when I was in my crib, I would listen to my voice and make sounds, and as all kids do, but I would make melodies. And I was a performer when I was very young, and all of a sudden I was on Broadway, so I had to act.
You had to
act like you know what you're doing.
Speaking of early Broadway, not your first show, but How to Succeed in Business, right?
Yeah.
How did that show impact you? How did your relationship with Robert Morris impact you as an actor?
I learned so much from him. He was amazingly talented, a genius, really, I think. And Bobby Morse, every performance, if I would go back during the intermission, and his dressing room was right off stage, and he would say, you know, why don't you, I allowed him to give me notes, which is something that you don't always do with everyone.
Can we talk about my next favorite show? Can we talk Seesaw?
Seesaw!
That Seesaw, like 41 years. And it's 1974,
Yes,
right?
I am 41 years.
Yes, exactly. That's what
41 years?
I know. I think this show needs a revival.
Oh, it should. The music, it's Cy Coleman or Dorothy Fields.
Yeah.
The music is astounding. The production, do you know it?
Yes, he
Oh, you
was a
can talk.
genius. He
Go
was,
on.
I'm here. I'm sitting next to you. I'm sitting next to Gil Mosca.
Yeah, Gil.
Yeah, our nice Jewish girl from the Bronx.
She was a nice Jewish girl from the Bronx who was a dancer who falls in love with the just separated married man, a lawyer from Nebraska.
A lawyer.
A lawyer. I'm not too sure he was Jewish.
Right, not so much.
But
Jerry Ryan, right? So she got a lawyer. So
that's right.
On
Close.
the right track. On the right track. Yeah. What does this role mean to you? I mean, it's a rough role. She goes through it.
Yeah, I identified with her a lot.
How? Why?
A fish out of water, kind of trying to find her way. The most important thing was she was the caretaker, the one who would try to fix everything. And she knew how to give and love everybody, but she didn't really know how to love herself. That Giddle was the young me. Yeah. And she was lovable. I mean, that character, you just loved her because she opened her mouth and things would just fall out of it.
Watching you on the Tonys and singing that finale number, I mean, very, very heartfelt, very moving.
You know, I didn't like that performance.
No?
No, I didn't. I was nervous and I didn't like that performance, but when I look at it today, because of course they have it out there.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah.
What I love about it, honestly, my cheekbones. You look, could you die from those cheekbones?
I can die from your cheekbones now.
No, I'm serious. But
what do you remember about that Tony night? That was your first Tony nomination.
Yeah. I lost.
Was it an honor just to be nominated?
Oh, honestly, I know people say it's an honor. Yes.
Okay.
It is. It is an honor. Not that I shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
But.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you. You weren't even born yet.
You can, well, you know.
Give me a year. Give me a year.
When I was born?
Yes.
86. Don't go. Please don't go. No. Look. Even though I wasn't, look what I found. Because my mom saw this show and loved it. And
goodness.
So look how we're very connected. You and Tommy signed this, right? Right?
So here we are. I signed my name down the Seesaw, and Tommy Toon played my best friend, and he was so incredible.
He's so wonderful.
This is great.
I know.
Thank you.
Oh,
so
no problem.
Right.
Let's talk Knots Landing again.
I loved my character. That's why, because she was every woman, and I felt that the women out there watching the show, although it was incredible how many men were our audience. Everybody ended up loving the show. But the women out there I felt were my girlfriends.
Although we had to lose you for 14 years to the West Coast and with Knots Landing, I'm so glad to have you back here.
Thank you.
Now with Wicked. Michele Lee, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I had so much fun.
Me too.